In the last game of the divisional round weekend, this is going to be an absolute thriller, this one. Bills,
I'm staying up for this game.
Chiefs.
I'm
Bills,
staying up.
Chiefs. What a game. It is so rare
Honestly.
that you get two stacked teams like this with such great offensive weapons and one of them with really outstanding defensive weapons. You know, I know Chris Jones is obviously phenomenal and Tyrann Mathieu, but like it's Micah Hyde, and then who's their free safety, the Bills? Jordan.
Oh, I don't know.
Hang on a
I don't
minute.
know them by the.
Bills free safety.
Yeah, it's
Jordan
gonna be
Poyer,
amazing.
is that his name?
Yeah, sounds familiar.
it don't. Yeah, it's gonna be a wicked game.
Jordan Poyer, yeah, and Damar Hamlin.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's their strong safeties. Micah Hyde is their free safety, and Jaquan Johnson.
Go
yeah.
Bills, yeah.
So yeah,
Bills for me.
yeah. So who do we think? Who do we think's going to win?
I want the Bills. I kind of said from the moment I felt the Seahawks not making it to the playoffs, I was like, I'm going for the Bills. I'm taking the Bills on because I like the Bills. I like the players. I like the way they play. I like Sean McDermott. I like the kit. I like the Cole, the everything about them. I think they're just wicked, and I think that people deserve the Super Bowl after watching that documentary.
Glenn.
Yeah, the Bills.
What's Glenn said?
Glenn said "fuck the Bills" because he's so Glenn, our graphic guy, is new to Madden, and he's been smashing a season as the Toronto Thunderbirds, formerly known as the Los Angeles Chargers. And for veteran Madden players, they will know that, like in any EA Sports game, every season there's one team that just has your number, and it's you versus them ultimately in the race to get to either the Premier League title, or the Super Bowl, whatever sporting game it is you play. And for Glenn, currently that is the Bills. So have you beaten them yet, Glenn? Actually, that's a good question. Have you actually managed to? Have you met them again and beaten them again?
The Bills deserve a Super Bowl. I don't care what anyone says. They deserve a Super Bowl.
You drew with them 7-7.
That's a tie.
That is a frustrating game. Last minute 103-yard pick. What, for you or for them?
Maybe you should do better, Glenn.
Oh, yeah, absolute joke. Yeah, 103-yard pick. That is peak. That is, wow. Epson chat for the Toronto Thunderbirds, folks. Yeah, well,
I like the Chiefs.
Yeah, me too.
They've won 10 of their last 11 games. The Bengals game was insane.
And it was an outlier because they lost it on defensive trickery, basically.
Yeah, and also statistically speaking, yeah, you're going to lose a game out of 10 or 11. So I just think I know the Bills were scary, but like you said, they've hit hot and cold like that throughout the season. The Chiefs have been machines since about week 8 or week 9. Like, is this correct? Have you played them this season?
The Chiefs?
Yeah, you have.
The Packers did, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
But,
okay, I was just got worried. I was looking at the wrong year.
That was the COVID game for Rodgers. That was when Jordan Love was in.
Oh, of course. Yeah, cool.
I think the Bills. I don't know. Like they were so good against the Patriots. They were so.
It's all about the trenches. It's all about the trenches. I think for me for this one, like the Chiefs pass rush, Chris Jones interior D tackle. Like he's insane. And you can say the same for the Bills.
Rush. And also, Mahomes is not good when he's not given enough time. Like you saw in that,
isn't he got like the most
when he's rattled? I mean,
the highest QBR.
When he's rattled.
Yeah, but he's got the highest quarterback rating when he's under pressure. Like,
I think they both have areas where they excel over the other team. I think the Bills secondary is up. I mean, and even without Tre'Davious White, is up there with the best in the league. They have the best safety tandem in football. No questions asked, in my opinion. Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer are phenomenal. Their communication, the way they lead that defense, is awesome. They've got Tremaine Edmonds at linebacker. He's great. I don't know. They've got Tre'Davious White, but he's out for the season. Yeah. 2 fumbles and 2 interceptions when they met earlier in the season from Mahomes. How early was that, though? Because I think that was in their slump, wasn't it? Now, I agree that, and also I do agree with sentiment. If the Bills, if they maintain the form from the Patriots game, then I like their chances, definitely. I just think And I would love to see it. Deep down, I want I don't care about that. I'm not that bothered about the Chiefs. Like, they've been to 2 Super Bowls in a row. I'd rather someone else from the AFC get there this time. So I'll be rooting for the Bills. And also, I really like Josh Allen as well. He really epitomizes, especially imagine as well how interesting this would be. He's a clear Big Ben archetype. So imagine Big Ben's last season, he retires, and then Josh Allen in that retiring season for Big Ben
wins the
Super Bowl and sort of carries the mantle, being these big gunslinging guys, these mistake-prone guys, they clutch up and win a Super Bowl. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would.
I worry that
I'd love to see the Bills win it.
I worry that Andy Reid has the coaching acumen over Sean McDermott just on experience alone. Because
it's really weird. I had a dream that Andy Reid died the other day. I know that's completely not associated with it. Yeah, it was really weird. I never remember my dreams, but I was like, for some reason, he ate a hamburger because he's always talks about his hamburgers, and then he had a heart attack and died. It was so weird.
He does love hamburgers. He does.
He really does.
All right. Okay. Well,
sorry to put that out into the universe.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I think it will come down to. There's a few things that will come down to this game. Like we said, pass rush and stuff. Whether Travis Kelce has a big game. Generally, the Bills have done a good job containing tight ends. They've allowed the 5th fewest average yards and at 2nd fewest average receptions for tight ends in the league at 36 yards.
Who, the Bills?
Yeah, the Bills. Yeah. They've allowed the fewest yards.
So their defense is. Sorry, I missed that point. Is it they've given up? They've used the tight end the least, or they've allowed the fewest yards?
They've managed to tie up the tight end the best, for the 5th best in the league.
I like that. That's a good start.
So that's good. That's good against with Kelce being obviously a relative monster.
Can I
and apparently
say I don't want him to die, by the way. I'm not putting that out there. Seeing Josh said way to jinx that. I'm not saying
we love Andy Reid. We love Andy Reid. He's such a lovable coach.
And he deserves it. Go on.
He probably should ease off the cheeseburgers, but you can live
your life. Let the man live his life.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the way he wants to live.
It's great.
Life.
I'm just glad he got a Super Bowl, Andy Reid. I mean, because he's 1-3 in Super Bowls. To go to Super Bowl after Super Bowl and lose, it's that must be just so damaging. So I'm just really glad he won it, but he's got one now. So make way for someone else, in my opinion.
The other thing I had to say was that Patrick Mahomes' PFF stats versus pressure or under pressure, he's got a QB rating of 70, which is 16th.
So he has dropped.
A touchdown to interception ratio of 42%. No, 95 touchdowns to interception ratio, 42% completion rate under pressure. So it's worse this season. And the Bills can generate pressure with only 4 rushing. So they could be blanket covered. But you know what the old saying is about the Chiefs, that you double one guy, someone else is going to be free. And they've got just so many playmakers on there.
Yeah. There's a formula to beat the Chiefs now, because I think back when because I remember Patrick Mahomes' passer rating under pressure was 110 or something insane. But now that we've seen people neutralize him, it's I think the main thing was you just didn't know what he was going to do, number one, and number two, you didn't know how to defend their receiving core. Whereas people now know it's just play 2 high safety, rush with 4. Don't cover 0 blitz him, don't Mike blitz him, don't corner blitz him. Just get pressure and just cover the field, and he will force it. And that's the thing with Mahomes. And it's the same for Josh Allen. That's really where that this game is going to be won, is which defense can force the quarterback, the risk-taking quarterbacks, to force it one too many times and into the wrong areas one too many times, really. But I can't wait. That probably will be game of the weekend.
Game of the weekend. I mean, to be honest, I'm tempted to cast that one.
Hi, thanks for checking out Inside the Five. We go live every Monday at 8 p.m. on Twitch. We also have an audio podcast that comes out every Sunday. Links to those are in the description below, or click here to watch more.